Hello, this is Aloisa with Math Leopard. Today we are going to look at the construction of spirit or angel sigils created by way of the Hebrew alphabet. This method is taken from a single example given in Cornelius Agrippa's 3 books of occult philosophy. To begin, we partition the Hebrew alphabet into 9 groups of 3. This includes the 22 letters along with the 5 final form letters. This is where the infrastructure of our sigils begins. To delineate the 9 regions of the plane, we begin with the center as indicated by a square. This square is one of 9 components each sigil may contain. I've color-coded each region as to more effectively illustrate the subsequent constructions. Next, we proceed to the 4 corners of the plane, each one an L shape, opening towards the infinite. Finally, we delineate our last 4 regions, north, south, east, and west, with the necessarily angular U-shapes dictated by their surroundings. Now we proceed to fill each box with 3 Hebrew letters as follows, noting that Hebrew is written from right to left. Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yod, Kaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samech, Ayin, Pe, Tzadi, Kaf, Resh, Shin, Tau, and then the final forms of Kaf, Mem, Nun, Pe, and Tzadi. Let's move this guide to the side while we continue. To begin, let's consider the angel Gabriel, who presides over the moon. In Hebrew, his name is spelled out Gimel, which we see is in the top left corner of our guide, hence is indicated by the orange L-shaped key. Next is Bet, residing in the top center box, hence a yellow U-shape is its key. Then Resh, residing in the same box as Bet, hence having an identical key, followed by Yod, residing in the top right box, which is indicated by the light blue L-shaped key. Next we have Aleph, also residing in the top right box, hence having the same key as Yod. Finally, Lamed, residing in the top left box, hence having the same orange L-shaped key as Gimel. What follows is construction similar to that seen with stonemasonry and printer's marks, wherein the letters of the name are reconfigured to form a single symbol, or sigil as it were. Combining the Aleph and Lamed, we create an inverted T shape. Combining the Bet, Resh, and Yod shapes, we have a fork-shaped sigil, and the Gimel remains unchanged in this step. Next, we take the central sigil and leave it unchanged, to which we then affix the T shape in such a way that it aligns with the second vertical line from the right. Finally, we place the remaining orange L-shaped key such that it creates a box beneath the center of our fork. These placements then inform the final form of the sigil for Gabriel. We next consider the angel CAMAEL, who presides over the planet Mars. In Hebrew, this angel's name is spelled Kaf, residing in the top center box, hence has a yellow upward-facing U-shaped key, followed by Mem, residing in the right center box, whose corresponding key is a lavender, right-facing U-shape. Then Aleph, residing in the top right box, with a light blue L-shaped key. And finally Lamed, residing in the top left box, whose key is an orange left-facing L-shape. As before, our goal is to combine these 4 keys into a single sigil. To that end, we begin by placing the 2 L-shaped keys for Aleph and Lamed facing one another to form a U. We aren't going to change the keys for either Kaf or Mem at this stage, however. Next, we bring the U shape from Aleph and Lamed down, then place a key for Mem up top the first, such that it's both 2/3 in and down into it. Finally, we place the key from Kaf atop them both, so that it's 1/3 into the first, and both 2/3 up and 2/3 into the second keys. What results is the final form of the sigil for CAMAEL. Next, we consider the angel SACHIEL, or in Hebrew Tzadkiel, presiding over the planet Jupiter, spelled out with Tzadi, residing in the bottom left corner with a sea blue L-shaped key, then Dalet, residing in the center right box with lavender U-shaped key, then Kaf, residing in the top right box with a light blue L-shaped key, Yod in the same box as Kaf, followed by Aleph in the same box yet again, and finally Lamed, residing in the top left box with an orange L-shaped key. To begin, we place the keys for Aleph and Lamed together to form an inverted T. However, I'm going to leave all of the other keys untouched in this step. First, we take our only combined keys and turn them sideways. Now we take the key from Yod, and place it so its left vertical is met in the middle by the bottom of the T shape. Next, we take the same key from Kaf and place it in a mirror image orientation to that for Yod. Next, we take the key from Dalet and place it such that its base is flush with the base of T and its tongs create a mirror image to that of the orange key. Finally, we take the key for Tzadi and line it up so that it simultaneously squares off the bottom of the sigil and aligns all of its tongs evenly. This is a final form of the sigil for SACHIEL. We now consider the angel Raphael, presiding over the planet Mercury, and the most interesting of the sigils. We begin with Resh in the top center box, whose key is the yellow U-shape, followed by Pe in the bottom center box with pink U-shaped key, then Aleph in the top right corner with blue L-shaped key, and finally Lamed in the top left corner with orange L-shaped key. Unlike before, Raphael's sigil has no conjunctions of keys into partial sigils prior to final construction. Instead, we proceed as follows. The key for Lamed is stretched into a V-shaped with one vertical segment and a second segment aligned along the 45-degree diagonal. We then place the key for Aleph midway up the angled segment for Lamed such that its vertical is half the length of its horizontal. Now, the key for Pe is skewed in such a way as to complete a parallelogram made with the extension of Lamed's key up from the vertex of Aleph's. And finally, the key for Resh is placed beneath the horizontal extension of Aleph's key in order to create a square that balances the entire form. This is the sigil for Raphael, the most unique and beautiful sigil for the planetary angels. I'm going to end this discussion with the angel Michael, who presides over the sun. In Hebrew, we begin with Mem, located in the center right box with a U-shaped lavender key, followed by Yod in the top right corner box with an L-shaped light blue key. Next is Kaf, located in the top center box with U-shaped yellow key, then Aleph in the top right box with light blue L-shaped key, and finally, as we've seen with every angel throughout this analysis, we end with Lamed in the top left corner and an orange L-shaped key. Next, we bring the keys for Aleph and Lamed together in an inverted T-shape, then the keys for Kaf and Yod into a U with a tail, and finally we leave the key for Mem unchanged for the moment. Bringing the tailed U-shape down first, we then invert the T-shape from Lamed and Aleph and place it underneath as to align their centers. Finally, we place the key for Mem in such a way as to create a symmetric, fork-shaped sigil. This is the sigil for Michael, and is the third one we've seen with terminal circles. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this as fascinating as I did. I have so many topics I'd love to cover, and I appreciate all of you who are with me in this process of discovery. Thanks for playing, and I'll see you next time.